Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Rena Baltic Witch and today we are looking again at the decks in my collection 2025. Specifically today we are looking at the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot deck. We will do a flip through and a little reading at the end with this deck. So I will link the overview video with all my decks for this year. Um, Although a lot or a few of new ones came into my collection, but I will link the video here and we'll redo the exercise next year again. And I really want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, everyone who joined the channel recently, and of course to everyone who just simply came across this video and decided to watch it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you being here. So let's talk about the deck. It's quite a peculiar deck because it's not only a tarot deck, but it is also a game deck for those who play Dungeons and Dragons. Each card has a story plot hook there, so you just can pull a card and not do a reading, but just come up with some ideas what to do with the party. I am a dungeon master, so sometimes it does come in handy. It is also a peculiar deck because it slightly does not follow the same rules as standard decks do, so it is a little bit, well, tricky to read, I would say. So let's take a look. We have a nice box inside a guidebook in color. So here the description of the card and our story hook here under each card. We have also the usual kind of ideas for spreads and a little bit of a description of the deck itself. What is interesting here that the minor arcanas, first of all, the major arcanas are not numbered, so you should know the numbers yourself or just do not care about the numbers. And the minor arcanas, although they follow the descriptions, the rules of your standard swords, cups, and pentacles, here they are named after the stats in the game. So strength for wands, intelligence for swords, wisdom for cups, and charisma for pentacles. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is also that there is no color coding to the cards in the deck by the elements. So you don't have red for wands or green for pentacles. In that sense, it's a little bit difficult to find which card follows which kind of description, where it is in the deck, what it is, if you really need the help of the guidebook. If you're reading intuitively, there is no issue, but sometimes even I kind of need to double check what it is, what it's meant to be by that card. So the quality of the deck is quite nice. This is the back of the cards. Um, Feels almost plastic to touch, so it's a very good card stock. So let's do our flip through and look at all the cards, and then we'll do a reading. All the timestamps will be down below, so if you want to skip ahead to the reading and not look at the art in the cards, just do that. Okay, so let's start with the flip through. We have the full card. Very familiar elements, but not all cards would have the very familiar kind of elements, attributes of the cards. Here we definitely see a person stepping off the cliff, a dog there, the sun in the background. Instead of a wand, he does have a musical instrument here. So, the magician. Then we have the high priestess. So, a lot of very familiar elements, but also the art is more kind of stylized to follow the lore of D&D. The Empress card. Okay. Then we have the Emperor. So a dwarf here with the big warhammer. The Hierophant. Okay. The Lovers. The art is very interesting, so it's just for that the deck is worth it, especially if you are a D&D player and are looking for something for your kind of items collection. Strength. Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, so we have a dragon here, Justice with a Paladin, Hanged Man, so this is kind of a reverse card that can be also in reverse, Death with a Tiefling, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star card. Actually, I really like that card. The Moon. As you can see, not numbered. You have the names of the major arcana cards, but you don't have the number. And all the cards are with this black frame, so no color coding, no nothing of such sorts here. And the World. So we are done with the major arcana cards here. And we go now into the minor arcana of Strength, I believe. Yes, Strength. So, as you can see, no color coding whatsoever. Okay, 6. So we do have the victory element there. 7, 8, 9. So this is the Wands minor arcana. The correspondence is the Wands. 10. Normally that would be fire element, so a little bit more of orange-red colors in there, but not in this deck. So you either need to know which card is which card, or the guidebook is there for you. The Queen. So there is some fire element here, but not really. Okay, so next one is Intelligence. So the correspondence is the minor arcana of Swords. Try not to talk much in case you don't like talking in the background. If you're familiar with the game and the lore, then you'll be seeing quite a lot of familiar characters, elements, monsters in these cards. Page, Knight, quite an interesting Queen here, and the King. Now we are moving to the minor arcana of Wisdom, corresponds to Cups. This should be quite familiar. 3 of Cups. 5 of Cups. 6 also should be quite a familiar. The childhood, back to the inner child or childhood. Okay, 7. 8 of Wisdom or Cups. 9. 10. Then we have the Page. For those who like some Asian elements in there. Knight. Very beautiful Queen. And the King. And then we're going into the last minor arcana here with this deck. It is Charisma, Pentacles in the usual deck. we're almost done here. Reaping the fruit. So also should be quite a familiar. Most of the cards. Seven of Pentacles looks exactly like this, just with a specific art. Okay, 9 and 10. And then we have the page, the knight, the queen, full abundance, having everything, and the king. All right, so this is our deck here. I will put this slightly aside so that I have space for myself. And then welcome back, everyone. If someone has skipped ahead to the reading, so we will be starting the reading now. I will just pull a few cards for the collective. First of all, let's call in the spirit to oversee this act of divination today. And also, I will start shuffling because we have reset the deck. I would like to shuffle it a bit before we start pulling cards. This is a reading for the collective just to get the message from the spirit guides, whatever we get here. So, okay. Please keep in mind that the messages might not resonate with you because we're reading for the entirety of the collective. If they don't, leave them behind. If you need assistance from a professional, then obviously don't turn to online card readings. Really go see a professional in whichever field you need professional help. And of course, I would really appreciate if you interact with this channel, subscribe, send me a comment down below, start a conversation with me, like this video, or dislike if the message does not resonate. It's your right to do that as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just keep shuffling for a little bit and then we'll pull a few cards and see what is happening. Let's start with this one. Okay, so if you remember, that is the Queen of Charisma that we just saw just now. So quite a lot of abundance, full prosperity, full abundance. That is a good message. This here is three of, I don't want to be wrong, I think it's intelligence. Three of intelligence. Three of intelligence, if I'm correct, which one it is, that is our three of swords. So it's a card of heartbreak, but we will check what are the other cards as well around it, and we will see what is the general message here. The first, yep, three of intelligence. I would not say it is a bad card here. Um, you probably came into a place of prosperity. Maybe it's not the prosperity that you have created for yourself. It could be also something that you came into a group of people like here, someone really helping you out. Maybe there is a queen character there, motherly character. It could be also a man, but someone who has so much that they're ready to give. And this is not a card of heartbreak, I would say, in the sense that you're about to experience something bad. It's more together with this card here. It feels to me that through getting to meet that person, them sharing all that wealth and abundance could be emotional, not only financial, but well, it's pentacles here. Could be also find like emotional wealth. They are helping you to find that way to heal and kind of rework everything that's kind of happened to you, learn from that, move on basically. So that's what it feels like here. Let's continue shuffling and see what comes out next here for the collective. Hopefully something nice. Oh, okay. As always, I'm gonna see which card feels like most. This one. Six of, I believe it's six of strength. Is it? Let me check. Six. Yes, it is six of strength, which is our card of victory. So I would say whatever kind of healing process you're going through with the help of this queen person here, really want to have this straight on the table. Doesn't really. Okay. Yeah. So with the help of that queen person, you're dealing with your past traumas here. You're going through that healing process. So, and this card here tells me that you are victorious on that path. Or it could be small victories. For some reason, it's not real. I'm not feeling a huge victory here, but you are successfully making those steps to heal whatever was done to you in the past, whatever you experienced. Because it's always like highs and lows, but you are making the right steps, and it looks like you do have the resource for it, the support or someone really helping you out with it. Let's get a few more cards. Let's see what else we get here. Um, Eight of, don't really know. Eight of what? This really feels like new things opening up for you. Uh, like for them, they're coming out of that dark cave and suddenly see that city there. Let's see what it is, but it is also strength. So you're adapting to the change, you're going there, you're finally coming out of that darkness. It is still a long journey ahead. We're not at the end of this minor arcana. We're not, it's still an 8, not a 10, or not the king or queen cards, but it looks like you're well on your way in this journey of healing and generally enjoy the process. Take the best that you can out of this process right now. Let's see what else we get. Yes, two. This is two of charisma, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check. Two is always a card of making choices. So I would say the healing process here is your own choice, but also you are being given those kind of opportunities to make the choices based on. And also, this is a card of balance, I would say. It's balancing your work because it's a Pentacles card with your time, like your other activities. It looks like you are headed there. You've made the right choices. You're headed towards a very kind of good balanced life. You're still on the way, but whatever is happening to you, those small victories that you're experiencing, you're well on your way to that balance that you might be seeking. One more card for the collective here, and let's see what it is. Let's take this one. Seven. Seven of, I think it's seven of strength again. Um, this is a card of overwhelm. It could be being overwhelmed by activities, but it is also a card of being overwhelmed by your thoughts, your doubts, etc. Let's check. Is it really strength or is it intelligence? Seven of, yeah, it is seven. Yeah, it is seven of strength, so I was right. It is the wands minor arcana. Yeah, so whatever you're doing might feel overwhelming, but together with this card here, I totally see that you will be able to balance everything correctly, make the correct choices. Just here, I would say let go of whatever is causing you stress. You might be overwhelmed because either you're a perfectionist or you're looking for quick results for this healing process, for this journey, everything to happen at once. And that's kind of making your be overwhelmed, or you want things to go like perfectly because this here, I see that you're still in the process of that healing. There might be, like I've said, up and downs. Things might not be perfect and ideal. You're getting the good results, but not necessarily like right away everything is perfect. And that might be overwhelming you. Just let go of that because you are making the correct choices. You're well on the way to that balance that you're seeking. You have the support that you need. You're actually being victorious. You're healing. You're getting there. So enjoy the journey, let go of the worries, and everything's gonna work out for you. So I think that's it for our reading with this deck. It is a great deck. I really love it, although it requires a little bit of getting used to it because there's really, if you're a beginner reader, maybe it is not the best, or it is good for you trying to develop your intuitive reading skills just by looking at the pictures and picking up whatever you're channeling, whatever you are getting with these cards. A little bit difficult to kind of create those correspondences to your typical tarot deck, but also if you're a fan, if you game, if you play D&D or other tabletop games, definitely something to have in your collection. It is awesome. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please interact with this video and with my channel. I would really appreciate a new subscriber or someone starting a chat with me down in the comments. And I really hope to see you again. Blessings to you and bye.